Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have a lot to go over today. Um, so I have one title here from Mercari, one title from Disney Movie Club, uh, three titles that I picked up from the MVD Unearthed Films sale, a couple pickups from Target, and a crap load of Second and Charles pickups from today. So let's just dive right on in. I'll start with Target. So Tuesday, I think it was Wednesday actually. Yeah, Wednesday, I noticed that these two steelbooks were not at the Best Buy. I went on Tuesday and they didn't have like anything here. They only had what's it called? The one movie that came out, and that was it. Chaos Walking, I think that's what it's called. I had no interest in that, so pass. And they were supposed to carry these two steelbooks, but I went over to Target and I noticed that they were there for like $3 cheaper, so I picked them both up. So it is Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds and Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Now I have the standalone Blu-ray of The Birds already in my collection, and I have Psycho 2 times already. So I have the 4-pack with all 4 films together put out by Universal. And then I have the standalone Blu-ray that just came out, I think, last year. This is the same movie, but it has the 4K disc and the nice artwork on the steelbook here. So figured I'd pick them up. I don't know if I'm going to open them yet, but I'm going to keep them sealed for now. I went to another Target before work on, what was it? I think it was Thursday, and they had nothing. Of course, this location by my work is not great, but they had that side rack that not all the stores have, and I noticed some people were picking this up for $10. It is the Anchor Bay release of Ghost in the Shell. This is the 25th anniversary edition. I haven't really, I've seen this movie before, but it's been such a long time, so I figured I want to rewatch this one. This was originally released in '95, and this was re-released in 2014. Yeah, 2014, so cool to add that to the collection. My lone pickup from Akari was a trauma film that I didn't really know about until I heard about the sequel, which I'm still trying to find. But this is Coons, Night of the Bandits of the Night. Basically, it's a killer raccoon film. I haven't heard too much about it, but I heard it's pretty ridiculous. But I love ridiculous movies like this, so figured I'd pick it up and give it a watch. This was put out in 2007. Yeah, it's just the same artwork on the disc. And I think they got this from, I forget the seller's name. I think it was G Media or something, but they gave me a nice little thank you note inside. It just says enjoy your movie. So thank you, G Media, if you're watching, which I doubt, but if you are, awesome. Alright, next up, Disney Movie Club. Everyone probably already has this in their collection if they don't have it already, but that's not cool. Slips a little damaged on the side there, but that's fine. It is the 4K Blu-ray release of Raya and the Last Dragon, with the slipcover. I know the Blu-ray did not come with the slipcover in the stores. I think it's like a Disney Movie Club exclusive, but I figured if I want it, I'll just get this one. I haven't watched it yet, but I heard it's really good, so looking forward to that. I think there's something that came with it. I didn't actually open the package. Yeah, it's another one of those limited edition. It's the same one I just got last time. So if anybody wants a Simba pendant, let me know. I already have one. And I think there's a lithograph in here too. Yeah. Some lithograph of Rhea here. Comes with it, so pretty cool. Up next, I'll go over the MVD pickups here. It's 3 titles, I believe. Yeah, 3 titles. They were pretty inexpensive. They're all Blu-rays, by the way. I didn't go too crazy with it. A lot of it I either had or didn't really care to have in my collection. But I picked up 3 films. First film here is directed by Mark Savage. This was put out in 2019. It is, I guess it's a kind of like a throwback to 70s era exploitation films. I've heard good things about this film, but I've never actually seen it. It is Purgatory Road. Don't recognize anyone in the film either, but it's 98 minutes. Doesn't say it, doesn't have a rating either. But yeah, looking forward to checking it out. It says, on the highways of America's deep south, a priest and his brother bring bloody salvation to unrepentant sinners. So it's pretty interesting. Got another one here, a Todd Sheets film. I know a lot of people don't care for Todd Sheets. I personally think some of his films are great. So this is House of Forbidden Secrets. This takes place in a manor. I think it's supposed to be like a haunted manor or something. It says, welcome to Shadowview Manor. The tenants hear things at night. Some claim to see strange shadows and people. Jacob Hunt is about to learn that nights around the Shadowview Manor are anything but normal. There are some very dark secrets lurking in the manor. A twisted past that is breaking through the boundaries of time, leaking into this dimension. And Jacob's first night on the job is also the anniversary of the sinister tragedy that has stained the building. An ancient evil that will finally break down the veil between worlds and unleash an evil curse that will destroy everyone in the building if it's not stopped. Sounds pretty interesting. The cast is pretty interesting too. You get Lou Temple, George Hardy, Alan Kaser, Diane Thorne, Ari Lyman, is it Lyman or Lehman? Lyman. Howard Maurer, and Lloyd Kaufman himself. So definitely can't wait to give this a watch. And the last title here was one that I was going to pick up on the last sale they had for Unearthed, but I skipped it, but I got it this time with the slipcover. This is from 1990. It is a it's like a sci-fi. Yeah, it's like a sci-fi horror film. It's called The Dark Side of the Moon. Beyond rescue, beyond reason, beyond salvation. The year is 2022, which is not too far away. The spaceship Space Corps 1 is on a routine rehab mission, chasing down and repairing nuclear satellites in the Earth's orbit. Suddenly, a mysterious systems failure causes the craft to drift helplessly and head on a crash course towards the dark side of the moon. Rapidly running out of fuel and oxygen, the crew is surprised to observe an old NASA space shuttle approaching fast. Upon boarding the shuttle, they find is that something sinister is afoot. One by one, the crew are possessed and killed by the evil presence they have unwittingly unleashed, until only one of them remains. It is now up to the sole survivor to discover the mysterious link between the dark side of the moon, the Bermuda Triangle, and the devil himself. Written by the Hayes brothers, who wrote The Conjuring, and starring Robert Sampson, Alan Blumenfeld, John Deal, and the final film appearance of Joe Turkel from The Shining and Blade Runner. So that's pretty interesting. Never seen this movie, but I definitely wanted to pick it up. I heard it's pretty good. So that's all that. Now for what you guys are waiting for, I guess this is pretty epic haul here from Second and Charles. So they're doing their buy 5 get 5 free for the Memorial Day weekend sale, and they had a coupon for 20% off anything over $100, 15% off anything over $50. So this was a really good deal. I couldn't pass it up. I got 19 Blu-rays and 1 DVD set. I'll leave the set for last. It's pretty cool find. So the first title I have here is an AGFA and something weird title. I haven't seen it before, but I heard it's pretty interesting. It's kind of like a Western horror per se, and there's a bonus movie on here. So the movie I'm talking about is God Monster of Indian Flats, and it comes with a bonus movie called The Legend of Bigfoot. God Monster of Indian Flats is from 1973. Legend of Bigfoot is from 1975. I really enjoy these AGFA titles, even though some of them are just really out there. Some of them are not great, but a lot of them I enjoy. And you got inner artwork here. Pretty interesting creature. It's like a sheep monster of some sort. But can't wait to check that one out. Let me know if you've seen this or not. It's probably really cheesy. We have an Arrow video release here of a film from 1968. It's an old MGM release of a film called The Witches, starring Sylvana I can never say people's names right. Mangano. Clint Eastwood is also in this film. I've never seen this one before. I've seen so many different witches movies or witch movies, but doesn't really tell me, doesn't really give me a synopsis on the back. It just talks about the producer and the director and screenwriter, so that's a little strange. But you get original Italian audio. Yeah, it's in Italian. It's not in English, but there's English subtitles. Commentary by film director, novelist Tim Lucas. Oh, you do get a complete English language version on here as well. Okay, cool. It's in the special features contents. Reversible sleeve art, and that's about it. So it's still brand new factory sealed. So I got that for, well, I did the math. Everything like evens out to like under $7 a title. So $7 for a new Arrow, I will take it. Speaking of new Arrow releases, there's another brand new factory sealed Italian film called The Voices of the Moon. Never seen this one either. Adapted from a novel by Armando Cavazon. Sorry. Hermano Cavazzoni. Okay. Alright, so this movie concerns itself with Ivo Salvini, recently released from a mental hospital and in love with Aldini, As he attempts to win her heart, he wanders a strange, dreamlike landscape and encounters various oddball characters, including Ganella, a paranoid old man prone to conspiracy theories. Concluding a career that had stretched back more than 50 years, Voices of the Moon combines the nostalgia of Amarcord, which I guess is a film set in the countryside of the director's youth, the surreal satire of City of Women, and the it's weird language here. Naive adrift in a brutal world structure of La Strada. Plenty for Fellini fans to get their teeth into. Okay. I don't know. It's like 2 hours long. It sounds interesting. I'll check it out. We have a Paramount Presents feature here that I didn't even see until like when I was about to check out, so I snagged it. This is the what year is this from? 1955 Alfred Hitchcock film To Catch a Thief, with the slipcover. And yes, it is one of those that opens up to show you the original poster art. We got Cary Grant, Grace Kelly. I love Grace Kelly. She's been in so many good movies. When I think of Grace Kelly, I think of Rare Window, another Hitchcock film. So Cary Grant plays a jewel thief who's known as the Cat. Well, he's a reformed jewel thief, so I guess he's suspected of a new rash of gem thefts in a hotel. He must set himself clear, and it goes from there. So, never seen it, but I figured it's Hitchcock, great cast, I will pick it up. Up next is a film that would complete my series of this franchise. I know this one's not the best, but I caught it on Netflix the other day, and I thought it was kind of funny, but it's still kind of stupid. But it was a good deal. Yes, I picked up Scary Movie 5. I know it sucks, but I had to complete my collection. Next is another Arrow released here of a film from 1972 starring Michael Caine, Mickey Rooney, Nadia Cassini, Elizabeth Scott, and Lionel Stander. It is a film called Pulp. Let's see, Michael Caine plays Mickey King, a successful pulp novelist responsible for a couple of different films, a couple of different novels, who was invited to ghostwrite the autobiography of a mystery celebrity. His client turns out to be a former actor played by Mickey Rooney, well known for his gangster roles and real-life gangster connections, but death is around the corner, and King finds his commission to be a lot more complicated than he first imagined. So, I like Michael Caine, I like Mickey Rooney, so I figured I'd pick it up and give it a watch. We got I think there's more than 2 titles. Yeah, I got 3 titles here from Artsploitation Films. One of them I tried to watch, but I just couldn't get into it, but I'll give it a watch again. It is a Christmas film here from 2016. It is Red Christmas, starring Dee Wallace. Yeah, I tried to watch this once. I only got in like 10 minutes in, and I decided I wasn't feeling it, but I hear it's decent, and I really enjoy Dee Wallace. I met her once. She was a very interesting lady, just so you guys know. But yeah, I figured I'd give it a watch, see if I actually like it. I almost didn't get these, but I couldn't find anything else to get the deal, so I picked them up. I don't know if I'll even watch them. They're both brand new factory sealed. The first one here is called Luciferina. This is one of the most daring religiously themed horror films in recent years. I couldn't tell you if that's true or not. Natalia is a 19-year-old novice who travels into the jungle with a group of friends in search for the mystical plant ayahuasca. I don't know how to say that. There they find a world of black masses, strange pregnancies, bloody deaths, and for the nun herself, a sexually violent clash with the devil himself. So, a lot of devil movies today. I don't know. It looked interesting. It's in Spanish, English subtitles. The imagery looks pretty cool though, so I'll give it a watch. Up next is another Spanish horror film called Trauma. A shocking tale of oppression and violence. A group of women venture to the idyllic countryside for a weekend of fun, but their outing soon turns nightmarish when a deranged man and his psychopathic son violently attack them. The women must fight for their very lives in a film which exposes the horrors of politics with evil that can lie within the souls of ordinary men. It's from 2017. It's 110 minutes. Looks interesting. Kind of sad too. It looks like someone, it's like trying to kill them or whatever. Up next is a Dark Sky Films release of a movie called Level 16. Looks like these girls are trapped in a boarding school. They're trying to uncover the horrifying truth behind it. And then they're running for their lives. And this is just like a sci-fi thriller, so I don't know. Looks interesting. 2018, 102 minutes. I'll give it a watch. Looks pretty cool. Up next is an upgrade for me. I've been looking for this movie for a while, and I finally found it for a decent price. It is the 1992 Columbia Pictures. That was the original release. This is the Scream Factory version of Single White Female. Starring Bridget Fonda, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Steven Weber, and Peter Friedman. I've seen it, but it's such a long time ago, so I figured if I want to rewatch it, I'll watch it in HD. Okay, that's half, and this is the other half. This one looked interesting. I've never seen it, but it's about a murder trial, and a local reporter finding out that his ex-lover is linked to the case, and it goes from there. This is the 1999 film. This was put out by Shout Factory. It's a Shout Select title. It is Snow Falling on Cedars with the slipcover. I've never seen it, but it's got a great cast. You have Ethan Hawke, James Crowell, Richard Jenkins, Yuki Kudo, James Rebhorn, Sam Shepard, Rick Yoon, and Max von Sydow. It's probably Sydow. Never seen it, but it looks interesting and it's got a great cast, so I figured I'd check that out. I have 3 Arrow releases here of all movies I've never seen. First is a Steve Buscemi directed movie here from 2000 called Animal Factory, starring Willem Dafoe and Edward Furlong. Says it's about troubled youth Ron Decker, played by Edward Furlong, is sentenced to a 10-year stint in the notorious San Quentin State Prison for a drug dealing conviction. Inexperienced in the ways of prison life, he's taken under the wing of Earl Copen, played by Willem Dafoe, an experienced con with the entire prison in the palm of his hand, inmates and guards alike. But as Ron grows increasingly cocky in his privileged role as Earl's confidant, is he in danger of biting off more than he can chew with some of the jail's more volatile inhabitants? Steve Buscemi is also stars in this film with John Hurd, Mickey Rourke, Tom Arnold, Danny Trejo, and Seymour Castle. You got a very stacked cast here. This is also produced by Andrew Stevens, so that's pretty awesome too. So can't wait to check that one out for sure. Up next is a horror film from 1976. It's about I think this is about a killer doctor or someone. Yeah. Anyway, it's called Scalpel. Starring Robert Lansing. Let's see. He plays Dr. Philip Reynolds, a man whose daughter has run away following the suspicious death of her boyfriend, an incident in which the doctor himself is implicated, leaving behind a sizable inheritance. Sounds pretty interesting to me. This one does contain the original booklet inside and the card that was when this movie was being released, We Are the Flesh. I do have this in my collection, but I haven't watched it yet. And the last Arrow title here is Robert Altman's Images. It took them a long time to make this movie, I think. Yeah, it says originally conceived in the mid-60s. Images concerns a pregnant children's author, excuse me, whose husband may or may not be having an affair. While holidaying in Ireland, her mental state becomes increasingly unstable, resulting in paranoia, hallucinations, and visions of a doppelganger. Sounds pretty interesting to me. This was put out in 2018, 101 minutes. Susanna York plays the lead, and I don't recognize anyone else in here. And John Williams did the music for this movie, so that's pretty awesome. Next is a Warner Archive title. Got it for, well, originally $4, but I'm sure it went down pretty there. So this is a, I thought this was Hammer, but it's not. So I don't think it's a Hammer release. This is a 1973 film called The Satanic Rites of Dracula, starring Christopher Lee. It is a Hammer film. Peter Cushing also stars, Michael Coles, William Franklin, Freddie Jones, and Joanna Lumley. Directed by Alan Gibson. I don't think I've seen this one before, but I've seen quite a few of Christopher Lee's Dracula films, so looking forward to that. Gotta have the classics in my collection. Up next is a brand new factory sealed Scream Factor IFC Midnight release of Desolation. Let's see. After her husband's death, grieving widow Abby journeys into the forest he loved to scatter his ashes, accompanied by her teenage son and her best friend Jen. As they wander the wilderness and reminisce, they're struck by a rising feeling of dread. They are not alone. A mysterious, silent stranger in sunglasses of the hiker is stalking their every move. Suddenly they find themselves the hunted prey in a deranged killer's terrifying game. The nerve-shredding feature debut from Sam Patton, who will make you think twice before venturing into the woods. I remember when this came out, people said it was really good, but I never picked it up, never gave it a watch. So I'm looking forward to this one. Up next is an upgrade for me. I have this on DVD. I was surprised to find it. Especially for a good deal too. So this is the Cohen film collection release of The Old Dark House, starring Boris Karloff, Melvin Douglas, Charles Laughton, and Gloria Stewart. This is a really good black and white film from 1932, from the director of Frankenstein, James Whale. Basically, it's about a traveler stumbling upon an old house and find themselves at mercy of the highly eccentric and potentially dangerous family. So it's a good film. I definitely recommend it. I got two more titles here and I'll be done. We have the MVD Rewind Collection release of DOA, A Rite of Passage. This is a rockumentary about the origin of punk rock, so it's definitely up my alley. This is centered around the Sex Pistols' 1978 tour of the United States, which ended up with the group breaking up. The tour was the only one the Pistols played in the U.S. So yeah, I've heard of this film. It's always been on my watch list, but I never got around to it. So definitely getting it on Blu-ray for the first time in the collection is always nice. You got a great soundtrack here. You got the Sex Pistols, Terry and the Idiots, and the Decline of the Fall of the Western World, Iggy Pop, The Clash, Dead Boys, Rich Kids, X-Ray Specs, Generation X, Sham 69, and so forth. So definitely can't wait to check this one out. And the last title here is the only DVD set that I picked up today. I have quite a few of the other volumes in my collection, but I never owned the box set. So I was happy they had this. They had this last time. I wasn't going to get it for $50, but with the sale, I feel pretty confident that I haven't opened it yet, but this is the repackaged Unsolved Mysteries Miracles box set, the 4-disc set. I love this show. I've loved it since I was like 5 years old, so and then I definitely wanted it in my collection. So I have Ghosts, UFOs, Miracles, and I forget the other ones that I still need. And then I have a compilation of just random episodes as well. So well, I'm lucky to have this in my collection now, and hopefully I can find the rest of them. So anyway, guys, that is everything today. I got such a big stack here for you. So, I don't know, I don't want to do too much here. Sorry if I'm too close, but I'll back up here. It's very heavy. It is very heavy. So here you go. Here's your elevator. Yes, I know. I put the steel books toward the top, so I am sorry, Marie. I am sorry. Alright, I'm gonna set it down here. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys are staying safe. Happy hunting. Have a safe Memorial Day weekend, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.